it's Artisan Crafter Amy, and I have another flip through for you here today. I'm at my office filming. The lighting is great. I keep saying that, but yes, it is great, and I'm waiting on something. So yet again, perfect timing to handle crafting business. So this is a scrapbook style junk journal, I guess, somewhere between a scrapbook and a junk journal maybe. I'm not sure the scrapbookers would think that it qualifies, nor would the junk journalers. There's not much junk in here, nor is it very shabby or junky looking. So I'm not quite sure. Just a journal, I guess, or a journal, maybe. A beautiful journal and not a junk journal. But I used the Cafe Parisian collector's edition papers, which is when they re-release older papers and make them available again. So I used the 12 by 12, the 8 by 8, and some chipboard in making this. And then I also added some Prima flowers to the cover. And I made the cover first, so you would think maybe these flowers just wouldn't hold up and they're not suitable for a cover, but I think they still look great, and they were on there the whole time I worked on it. So let's see, without any further ado, it's a 9 by 6. It has a 2-inch spine. It does gape just a little bit if it's not tied shut, but I just love how it came out. I'm so proud of it. Here we are. I made a pop-up element in the front, a pop-up with a twist. Let's see if you can see that. I'll rotate it sideways to make sure you can see the full height of that and how it works. Anyways. And then I made areas for photo mats, so there's spot underneath these things where you can tuck a picture if you wanted, or a recipe card. Either I think would look nice. So here we go. Here's a recipe. This one's maybe a little big for that spot, but in one of the other spots you could fill in, let me rotate this. You could fill in a recipe and then attach it down here, for example. I already put a recipe in there. I did put a couple recipes in here, but you can see where you could tuck a recipe in under there. You could attach a photo, so you could use it as a photo album like scrapbook or recipe. I really made it more for recipes, like a cooking journal. It doesn't seem like it would be very practical though. I wouldn't want it in the kitchen where it would get all dirty and gross. You know, if I touched it with, if my hands had any residue. Oh, let me rotate this back. I'm not showing you. Then I used some of the postage stamps to make little tabs, the faux postage stamps. And then, yep, I showed you the flip up and the tuck spot there. Let's put that little recipe back in there. And then here's another place, again, where you could mount. I would probably mount a vertical recipe there, not a horizontal one. But I included some recipes and things where you could, little pretty things. This was my first attempt at making a scrapbook style journal, where instead of making writing places, I'm making places to paste down recipes or photos. You could still write on them, but it would probably take a marker, a pretty fat marker. If you were gonna journal on there, you could, or you know, in here it would work fine. It could be used as a journal for sure. And then I also used, from Angela Kerr, I had her Baking Bliss, so I used some of the ephemera from that. And then I had 3 different kits that had various blank recipe cards that I've used in here as well. And if you're interested, just comment below and I'll go look and find. I really use so many different things when I make these. I can't even remember when I'm trying to write the description and upload the video, everything that was in there. But if it's important to you and you want to know, I'd gladly look it up. So there's recipes and blank cards and more ephemera. And then I use lots of fussy cuts to decorate different things. There's a die cut flower here, and cut aparts from the papers. And then this is from Angela's kit again that I used. I thought her colors looked really nicely with the colors in this kit. And here's a tag with a pocket, the recipe in the back. And some blank recipe cards in different sizes. I know some of the people have commented on TikTok, the music clips generally tend to be 30 seconds or a minute, and so it really encourages people, myself included, to want to speed everything up so fast that you can't really get a good look at it, so that it fits the music. You can kind of see that I did something, but admittedly you can't really see all the details. So I really love that over here I get to show off all the details so you can see everything. So this was called, I did a Turkish fold and something else, and I can't remember which was which. That was one of them. One was a napkin fold, I think, and the other one was a Turkish fold, something like that. It was someone on TikTok that I had followed their tutorial and then tagged them in it over there. So if you found me over there, I've tagged the person who has the tutorial on how to fold that. So a blank card, a recipe, and then more beautiful ephemera and the cut aparts. And then one of Angela's tags, I backed on some packaging and then added some checked ribbon, fussy cuts. Every one I make is my new favorite one. And if I forgot how much I liked it while I was making it, I love them all anew while I'm filming it. I'm sure you're tired of hearing me say that if you've been with me or watched many of my videos. I probably say that every time. Just made a little tag out of a scrap up there. More blank recipe cards. Blank recipe card and some ephemera, that Baking Bliss. It's from the extras. And then here's another flip up, and I'll show it. It's just lined paper on the inside there, but there's a place where you could put a recipe or a photo. I'm going to loosen this up a little bit, as I like to do before we start. It kind of flattened out in there. I like this one because the waterfall elements aren't all the same size. I think that's fun. Yeah, I got lots of pop-ups in here, and it was interesting working. All the pages are scrapbooking paper in here, and I often work with very little scrapbook paper as paper, and mostly copy paper weight, or a little bit heavier, 32-pound paper. So this was really neat. It just feels great to have these nice sturdy pages in my hand, especially since they've been layered up. There's a blank recipe card, and here is just a folded page from Angela's kit to add a full page of writing in here. I like to do that. And then it just looked kind of cute, so I just tucked it in there. You had a really big recipe or one with a lot of detailed instructions, you've got a full sheet there to write it out on. Some little ephemera in the small pocket from the cut aparts. And some tags from Angela's kit, the digital kit. And so all of these, where they look like illustration, you know, like watercolor illustrations, those would be Angela's kit. And then everything else here is the scrapbooking paper. And here again, I just folded up a piece of paper like a Victorian envelope. so that you'd have another full sheet inside here to write on. Again, great for those recipes that have lots of detailed instructions that just don't fit on a card, where we take 2 or 3 recipe cards. We've got a full sheet there instead. Oh, I left somebody's recipe card out of its pocket, so we'll just add it to this pocket. It looks like we've got another fun element here. Oh, right, I remember this is the other fancy folded one. So what I did was I made a belly band to hold it on there, and then it opens like this. I think this is was the Turkish fold. Looks like I got that in there. Cook it. And then I have some little ephemera in the pocket I made inside of there. I think those are neat. This looks so neat before you open it, and then the fact it opens up, that was fun to make. And it was nice to find a new pop-up element to add to the journals. It is a little bit tricky to get something with so many corners inside the belly band, but a little bit of attention, we can get it back in there. And then there's some empty recipe cards in this pocket. And then a little piece of ephemera from the cut aparts in the upper pocket. I think that looks so pretty. The little, I had so much fun with this paper. I thought it was beautiful. And I just had no idea how much fun I was gonna have until I got it out and started working with it. No matter how much I think I like them, when you get out and start playing with the papers, just the way they have so many fussy cut elements and different cut aparts to decorate everything, in addition to papers that are just so beautiful. I'm a big fan, big fan of their papers. I used to just get a few of the 12 by 12 sheets from an online scrapbooking store, and then supplement that with solid sheets. And then now I go to their website and I watch for, ideally when stuff goes on clearance, but things like this, the collector's edition, I didn't want to miss out on that, and I don't think those ever go on sale, the collector's editions. So yep, I got I got the full thing, the 12 by 12, 8 by 8, and the chipboard, which is what comes with the collector's edition. A couple blank recipe cards, and here's another one of those full sheets of paper, folded like a Victorian envelope again. It just folds up and then tucks into itself. And this is paper from Angela's kit, one of the background papers from probably that Baking Bliss, but it could also be from something else that I had out on my desk, admittedly. Something else I had worked on recently. Another blank recipe card. Looks so pretty in that pocket with all the faux postage stamps and that little fussy cut flower. I'm so glad that they brought this back for the collector's edition, because it is great. And here's the inside of the back cover. Got a large recipe that was written on paper there. It's a background, and then a blank recipe card and another tag. And on this pocket we have the fussy cuts and some of the borders. I love that they have in the cut aparts, a lot of times they'll have multiple different borders in there that we can use to decorate. Just beautiful stuff. Practically makes it easy. All right, well, thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you so much, especially if you made it to the end, everyone. Thank you, returning subscribers. I really appreciate you coming back and watching my videos. It just makes my day when I look and I see that somebody's seen my video, and even better if they've commented. Thank you to the people who've commented recently. That's been so nice. And then, yeah, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and then share my channel with anyone who you think might enjoy the content, because I would really like to grow my channel and get more viewers. Thanks again, everyone. Have a nice day.